NASDAQ 100, that's down 4.8% to close out the day, the worst one-day drop since that 6% drop when everyone freaked out over those Liberation Day tariffs.
73% of the tech sector is in correction or worse.
And cue the fire. Oh my gosh. Did we hit a circuit breaker? 5.5% complete bloodbath. Biggest smash down all year. And you guys still in MSTR? If I have time. This is the gaslighting and psyops continue. Yes, she's hosting the UFC fight, obviously. And Trump seems to be a little confused with great jobs report. Sir, can we look under the hood? I'll show you that. This is just disgusting. Like just announced, stocks should go up, not down. That's the way it was for 200 years. Growth does not mean inflation. He's like screaming at the charts. And for you investors out there that are concerned about PE ratios and all of that, I do not concern myself with. You are aware that all of these, Oracle, Meta, Google, every single one of them, well, except for Microsoft, negative cash flow. So for you investors out there that like the PE and the cash flow, what you doing? Actually, Meta just got kicked in the coin purse down. Well, the last I took a screenshot, -7% and falling. And they're like, we have to raise some capital, huh? And I have to say, nothing makes sense. Well, I mean, Jesus makes sense. Actually, he was really big on saving. Jesus saves. If you spent, now check this out just for a second. Try to wrap your brain around what our government is and what they're doing. That's why I like Jesus and I like charts. I'm going to try to explain your government and the spending in under one sentence. If you spent $1 million every single day since Jesus was born, you would have spent $740 billion. That's it. So if you're wondering why the world is going to explode and Jesus is going to come back, do the math. That $700 billion doesn't even touch what we're spending right now, let alone 40 trillion, let alone even like, okay, we'll just put it on the credit card. It doesn't even basically covers the interest. Just what we're spending on top of what we take in is almost 2 trillion. Look at this, the interest that we pay the Federal Reserve, the interest we pay back to the banks for creating money. The interest alone is over $1 trillion and it is going up. And how much up, you ask? Well, did you see the chart today? And I didn't even, this is not Photoshopped, this is not AI, this is your 10-year yield. You notice it went off the screen. Now, could this have been predicted? Yes. It has nothing to do with the Fed. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with, well, we just got a new guy in, so interest rates they're gonna come down. And I told you months ago, you're in a triangle. If you break that, buckle up, buttercup. And the 10-year yield is what everything is financed on, and the Fed follows the two. So just in case you ever get these confused, and this does not lie. It came back. It retested my triangle. I said then double buckle because rates are about to explode. And I was hoping, I was like, just come on, break that one and confirm. I got to finance some things because I make a lot of money trading this stuff. And then I do loans. I buy assets with loans. Oh, this is your NASDAQ. This was stealing candy from a baby. And from all the way up there to down there is 5.5%. You want to know where you should short it? Right at the 200. Now, yesterday, I told you I took a loss on trading. I'm like, wow, this was the weirdest. Today, I was like, I had my cart going through a grocery store of just money, and I'm just put it all in. The morning open was so pathetically easy, and then it consolidated. And I'm like, are you going to go up? And then it broke, and then it consolidated again. Are you going to try going up again? Now we're consolidating again. So Monday should be great. Also, like what I said yesterday, I took a loss yesterday. My student took a loss yesterday. And it's rare. And he has faster scalping fingers than I do, I guess. He made 720 today. Usually he's between 1,000 to 2,000, but I guess today he's like, okay, this is good. Also, some of you guys are doing between $10,000 to $20,000. Individual accounts this glitch, and it's actually on Solana. No, I won't ever show anyone, but the course, $2.99 if you'd like to come along. I think I have a few videos left, and then the price goes to $3.99. I'm thinking it might be the last course I ever do. And if you're like, I don't know what to trade after, I have a sale. I watch Ultimate Watch List Bundle. Up 823, it's $50 a month. Also, if you're wondering about Bitcoin, you're like, you went long yesterday. Yes. Yes and no. These are levels of accumulation. Months ago, I accumulated at the 60, and then it bounced, and I'm like, I got to take profit. So it went up to 65, 60, whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Thank you. And then it came back down here. But I would like to start acquiring between this level and 35,000 because I have a lot of cash and I have to move cash. You never want to be in currency. You need constantly be moving. And if it bounces, I'm going to get out. But I told you, starting now until the end of the year, this is your winter. This is where you drop, consolidate, drop again. But I won't give you any macro on Bitcoin, why it costs $85,000 to mine it. How is it at 59? It's going to become the world's reserve currency. No, it's not. XRP is. No, it's not. XLM. We're not going to go there. Can I tell you something? Nothing beats the devil's system of money where it is just debt. It doesn't even exist. It's fugazi. It's a loan with interest, and they do 50 trillion of it. They're not printing money. No one's printing money. It's just loans. And Bitcoin, you need electricity. Loans, you need stupidity. And then you just have to pray that it never pops. It always pops. And then it always goes back to gold and silver, but that's when it's really bad. When it pops, it takes gold with it. So take everything. Everything goes. Well, that's just the paper, Bravo. The real physical. Thanks, Bob, for the monetary explanation, but you always have to do this. Look at this. Since 1933, I showed this and I never even talked about it. If you were to save this stuff right here, $20 in, oh, hey, look, it's on my desk. Silver. Well, this is gold. Which that's this one right here. Look at that shiny little sweet princess. Gosh, she's pretty, isn't she? This is gold. You would have $4,500 of this currency stuff. That's why you always have to take your paychecks and buy assets because your paychecks are in dollars. In elementary school, they were called doll hairs or bucks. When you're like, why are you buying real estate? Why are you buying land? Why are you buying Bitcoin? I have to move currency, but I also trade it. That's a big one. I used to trade gold and silver, and then you guys went nuts on me. And I had all this physical silver that I accumulated way back there. The 15s, the 20s, the 30s, and then it went up, and I'm like, wow, I doubled my money and tripled my money, and then I sold 75% of it, and everyone went crazy. It went all the way up there. I'm like, guys, are you nuts? Everyone's like, Bravo, it's gonna go to 1,000. I'm like, charts you don't do this. Yes, but it's not physical, it's different. And then that right there. Yes, this is the system saying, we own you. And everyone was like, that's manipulation. Yeah, did I not tell you that the game is rigged? But the charts are not. Don't recover from this. Well, trading, charts, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. You break this, we're going lower. And I told you, I'm like, you broke it. Break the blue line, we go lower. You're gonna bounce on the 200. You break the 200, you go lower. All the way back to your original buy zone. And then you're like, shoot. But I have no dog in this fight, and I'm not going to argue with you. You guys carry pitchforks. And even when I say that silver is going lower, no. And I've been telling you the dollar's going to go higher. Talk about shooting both of my feet off. You can't say that. That's not our narrative. Yes, it is. Your dollar is going higher. I told you that. You had a double bottom here. You also had a V-shaped recovery back there. Somewhere in here, you have a inverse head and shoulders. You're above the 200. Dollar goes higher. Dollar goes higher. Bitcoin goes lower. Gold and silver goes lower. it's not a direct correlation, but just, don't shoot the messenger. And if you ever meet Donald Trump, you can explain to him how this whole system works. Even though they get in on this and the propaganda machine is like, oh, the jobs. It's like, just shut up. But let's go with the gaslighting psyop. Then I'll explain this.
Data is out. The May jobs report. 172,000. Is there any doubt that this anecdotal evidence about a good labor market has been very correct? That is a really strong number. And last month, well, we had a revision from 115,000 to 179,000, which means the 2-month revision has got to be over 90,000. That is a good number. Even manufacturing posted a 7,000 job gain. So how strong is 172,000? That would be the best number since 185,000 in March. These are solid numbers.
Oh, and look at all these full-time jobs that you see that? See that? I know, really big, right? Put on a whole 79,000 H-1B visa jobs. Hey, look at this chart. This is kind of going in the wrong direction. But hold on. We had a bump here. This is from the Fred. All employees, manufacturing, really killing it. You want to know what else is killing it? Wages. Man, you guys, inflation. That's killing it. 3.8. Wages aren't keeping up with the printing press. So there you have it. That's why we move money every single day. You can't keep up with that, especially with a job. Don't ever have a job. And there's just so many ways to give away your soul. You can even be on TV and tell, Fox and go like, everything Trump touches turns to gold. Unless you hold gold and then it goes the wrong direction against the dollar. But anywho, it's amazing. Hold on, let me just peek at my propaganda notes here.
Doubt President Trump. This month, we saw 100% of the economists in one survey thought the jobs would come in around 85,000. Doubled, 172,000. The month before, I really want to talk about, because it was the same thing. 94% of the economist surveys thought it'd be around 60,000. It was 115,000, now revised up even more. To
Why are they getting it wrong?
So this time was double wrong.
Yeah.
The time before that was triple wrong because they doubt President Trump. And when you doubt President Trump, you lose.
So what is the moral of the story, the complete circle of this video? When you doubt Trump, you lose. Also, don't try to make sense of this because it's a lie. I mean, you could plug it into AI. U.S. weekly jobless claims increase to 4-month high, worker productivity. How can you have a weekly job claim increase? No one has jobs. And if you look at the charts, jobs go like this. I don't get it. How could they say there's so many plentiful jobs that'll pay you $3 an hour? Oh, job fair, line cook, prep cook, pantry cook, culinary lead, dishwasher. Again, take advantage of this. I'm sure, when I snapped this, it was 2.5 trillion. It's probably above 3 trillion now. Click the button. And if you don't know where it's at, I will show you step-by-step videos. And it's better to get it at $2.99 than $3.99. I'm just saying, as a friend. And with that, I love you. Have a blessed weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.